same time. I'll edit this out. Hey y'all, welcome. Today is Chair Tai Chi with a ball. If you don't have a ball, that's okay. You can use an air ball or maybe grab a couch pillow or a yoga block. So next week is gentle yoga for back care. So I wanted to share with you some of the health benefits of Tai Chi, and I'm looking at my list here off the camera. Better posture and balance, flexibility and stamina, improved muscle mass and tone, pain reduction, which is what we kind of work on here on Veterans Yoga Project, improved immunity, because we worked a lot with detoxing with our Qigong practices and with our yoga practices, and increased cardiovascular health and lowering blood pressure, helps with digestion, stress reduction, sleep disorders, anxiety, depression, and slowing the aging process. Ooh, I like that one. Anyway, thank you for joining us today. And if you want to do some of these things standing instead of being in the chair, you're most welcome to do that. So let's get started. My name is Gail, and welcome to Chair Tai Chi here on Veterans Yoga Project. Wednesdays alternates with gentle yoga for back care. The beginning of the year, next year, we'll start with gentle yoga for back care. So here we go. I'm going to stand up, move this chair out of the way. You do not have to have your video on. Just know that, okay? But those of you that do are often will talk to you in the camera. So I'm looking to see how this is in the camera. Okay, so here we go. So to start our Chair Tai Chi class, which is different than a yoga class, we're going to do that right fist, that's the sun, and that flat left palm, that's the moon. And then we bow down to one another to start our Chair Tai Chi. Again, welcome. So from here, we're going to start with the breath. In Veterans Yoga Project, we do breathing, mindful movement, meditation, guided rest, relaxation, and that gratitude practice. When we move with the breath, breathe with the movement, that is to lower our cortisol, which is the thing that's linked to increased belly fat, but it's also linked to our stress levels. So I'll be cueing the breath sometimes. So find your belly button. And then we're going to take the center of a palm, place it in where that belly button is, and then the hand above or below. And I invite you to breathe in and expand the belly outward. So here we go. Breathe in, belly out. And then contract your belly button towards your spine as you exhale. If that feels weird to you, again, just breathe. Okay, breathe in, belly out. And exhaling. Let's do that again. Breathe in, belly out, and exhaling. Very good. From here, let's do what's called the Atlas point rotation, softening the neck muscles, getting a little bit of range of motion, hearing some crinkly things going on. So we're going to take our nose and draw a circle. Now, if this causes you to feel dizzy, have a little bit of vertigo, you keep your head to the center, and you'll get a little extra eye exercise when you do this. Or your eyes to the center, not your head to the center, because we're definitely removing the head. So my brother likes this one because it helps him when he looks over his shoulder when he's driving the car. I know a lot of folks use the mirrors and the cameras when they're driving, but I'm kind of old school. My brother's kind of old school. He's 10 years older than me. So he's kind of like stuck in his habits where he looks over the shoulder for finding that blind spot. Y'all just do what you need to do to make yourself safe when you're driving in that vehicle. And then let's pause and go the other direction. Notice if it feels different going in the other direction. Ooh, a little spice going on there, a little noise going on there. Again, welcome to Chair Tai Chi. We're using a ball today, or an air ball, or a small stuffed toy, or a yoga block. Ooh. Little noise going on there. Let's do one more all the way around. Very good. And then from here, I invite you to take your leg out to the side and rest on that back of the heel, and then point your toes towards your heart center. Woo! You might be feeling your calf kind of having that kind of contraction energy going on. If it feels spicy for the knee, you might want to bend the knee, but still invite the toes towards you. Nice tall posture. I'm away from the back of the chair, so I'm not sinking my booty way back in the chair. So I invite you to do more at the front of the chair, okay? Now let's point the toes away. And notice if it feels a little different. I'm still feeling that contraction energy in the calf, but it's like in the shin a little bit here too. Now we're going to do a little bit of movement here. So point it and point it away. So this helps prevent foot cramps, improve ankle flexibility. It's considered to be your second heart, and more blood flow back to the heart from these extremities. Again, ankle flexibility, having you to have better walking ability too when you work your ankles. All right, couple more, and then release. Bring it back to the center. Let's do the other side. So bring that leg out, sling, fling, wiggle it out, sit up tall. Your invitation to be tall in your posture, toes towards you. Woo! Hello, calf. It's a little strong. Hey, thank you for joining me today here the last day of the year. And I love the last day of the year, or my last class of the year, because I can say, see you next year. Yes, I'm a little goofy, okay? And then point it away. And one of the things, again, these classes, the statistics says that last year we were able to reduce pain by 72%, and we were able to reduce stress by 76%. So thank you for filling out those surveys, those pain and distress surveys, so we can collect data and continue to offer these classes for free. So point and flex. We use this data to help, provide for grants to help us support doing this online classes. For point and flex here. Whew. Notice what you notice. Does this feel different this side versus the other? It might. And then let's invite it back in. Speaking about ankle flexibility, we're going to go ahead and do a little bit more. So what I do is I kind of scoop my booty back a little bit, and I take my hands either interlace this on the shin and lean back, or I do my hands underneath the back of the knee pit, and we're going to point and flex. Again, but we don't have the restraint of being the leg on the floor and the leg super straight. So this next one, we're going to relax that. We're going to draw the circle outward. Do a tiny circle first. Kind of notice the shape that's happening here too. And then make it a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. Might be doing a little snap, crackle, pop while it's happening. And then pause, and then we got to go the other direction. Again, small to begin with. I have a problem with doing small on this side. And then medium kind of circle. Thank you for joining us today. And then big circle. Woo! And release. Kind of stomp those feet. Wiggle the legs. And let's do the other side. Again, you can interlace on the shin or back underneath the knee pit. Lift up, lean back a little bit. And once again, point and flex. Notice if you feel any snap, crackle, pops going on. This is also considered to be a technique for lowering your blood glucose after a meal. The calf pumps, that second heart in the body. This is one way to do those calf pumps. There's just several other ways to do that too. And then let it pause, and we're going to draw that circle outwards. Make it tiny first. See if you have that control to make it tiny. Notice what you notice, if it's easy to do, if it's a little challenge. And then make it a medium circle. Ooh. Ooh, I just heard my foot pop. And then a big circle. Yep, there it went. It went snap. I don't know if y'all heard it or not. And it keeps snapping. Reverse. Tiny circle. Ooh, I can't quite do that in this reverse. And then a little bit bigger circle. And then the biggest circle you can do. Love it. And release. From here, again, stomp the feet, shake the legs, and let's do a finishing breath. We're going to inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Different from yoga, we bring the hands down the heart center. We're pulling the energy from the sun back down to our dantian. That's that little container area about 2 finger widths below your belly button and about 2 finger widths in. So in Tai Chi, we collect energy with our breathing. That's a topic for later on. Let's spin the wrists. Kind of loosens those wrists a little bit. Good for that carpal tunnel. What I like it for is it brings a little bit more air here across my neck. And then reverse. Notice if it feels different in your body when you reverse. So I know that my left hand is more stiff than my right hand or my wrist, forearm area. So I do notice that. It's very subtle, but I do notice that. And then we're going to do a little bit of brain work next. So we're going to interlace the finger. Do you feel that little energy going on? Yeah? Okay. Interlace the fingers, palms together. It's like a little interlaced fist sandwich going on here. And then we're going to draw a side line number 8 with our wrists. And it might be spicy. Breathe in and out through that nose. Listen to the air going in and out. If you have a little bit of spice in your yoga postures, in your Tai Chi postures. And then let's reverse. So this is usually where my brain wants to take over and say, go back to the original direction. Oof. I'm feeling a brain challenge here. Tai Chi is a lot about dementia prevention, okay? Plus increasing that balance. Do what you can with what you got. If you went back to the original direction, that's okay, okay? One more. Very good. Let's have the hands out to the side, just kind of make little fists and then open them up. Fists and open up. A little bit of arthritis working here. 2 more. And 1 more. Very good. Let's bring the palms together. We're going to do swimming dragon, but you know what? Let's do it first with the hands. We're going to inhale, belly big. Exhale, push hands one direction, turn the head the other direction. Woo, stay here, breathe in. Exhale, back to the center, belly button tight. Stay here, breathe in. Exhale, push the hands one direction, turn the head the other direction. Stay here, inhaling. Exhale, back to the center. Now, if you want to grab the ball or your little stuffed toy or yoga block, you can have hands on either side and just kind of gently press into the device that you're holding. Or again, palms together. Inhale, push the hands one direction, turn the head the other. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, back to the center. From here, exhale, push the other direction. Turn the head, stay here, breathe in. Exhale, back to the center. Let's do the finishing breath. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. And bring down that energy from the heavens back down to your lower belly. Beautiful. From here, we're going to do what's called Kuan Yin paints the rainbow. Again, it's a range of motion for that shoulder. What else can I tell you about this? Isolation of the shoulder joint, noticing your range of motion. So I'm going to bring a hand down, a palm down, facing your body to begin with. If you don't have a ball, you can do this just with your hand. And we're going to turn the palm outwards. So your pinky is towards me, your thumb to the back of the room. So let's inhale, circle, sweep an arm up. Do what you can with what you got. Woo! I mean, you may have to turn your chest a little bit. As you exhale, bring it back behind you. Ooh, kind of spicy. Inhale, gather it up and flip it or switch it to the other hand. Bring the hand down, other hand down as you exhale. And again, we're going to turn the palm away, pinky towards me, thumb to the back of the room. Let's do the other side. So here we go. Breathe in, up, up, up. Exhale, back behind you. Inhale, gather it up, flip or switch. Exhale, bring the hand down. Turn that palm away. Other side. Inhale, circle, sweep arm up. Notice what you notice. Exhale, back behind you. Inhaling up, flip it, switch it. Exhale, bring your hand down. Turn that palm away. Very good. Inhaling up, up, up. Exhale, back behind you. Inhale, gather, flip it, switch it. Other side. Last time, turn the ball away, turn the palm away. Inhale, circle, sweep arm up. Exhale, back behind you. Inhaling, flip it, switch it. Other side. Last time, turn that palm away. Here we go. Inhaling, up, up, up. Kuan Yin paints the rainbow. Isolation, range of motion. Inhaling, flip it, switch it. And let's do that finishing breath. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. From here, bring down fists to your waist. We're going to do what's called eagle claw. So we'll do this either with the fist or with the ball. So inhale, fist or ball to chest. Exhale, sky high. Beautiful. Inhale, back to your chest. Now, if you only have your hand, open up your palm. Exhale, push it forward. Inhale, back to your chest. Exhale, out to the side. Now, if you only have your hand, open and close the fist 5 times or squeeze the ball. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, switch over to the other side. Inhale, fist to chest. Exhale, sky high, reach, reach, reach. This is for increased mobility. Inhale, back to your chest. Open up the palm. Exhale, push it forward, but not if you have the ball. Inhale, back to your chest. Kind of squeezing that armpit a little bit here. Exhale, out to the side. Open, close, 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to your waist. Other side. Inhale, fist to chest. Last time. Exhale, sky high. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale, back to your chest. Open up the palm if you only have a palm. Exhale, push it forward. Beautiful. Inhale, back to your chest. Squeeze that armpit a little bit. And then exhale out to the side. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to your waist. Other side. Inhale, fist to chest. Last time, this side. Exhale, sky high. Reach, reach, reach. Beautiful. Inhale, back to your chest. Open up the palm. Exhale, push it forward. Inhaling back to the chest. Exhale out to the side. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to your waistline. And let's do the finishing breath. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Bring down that energy from the center back down to your heart center, back down to your belly center. Beautiful. If you're using the ball, just place it to the side. Next is a wild goose flutter. We're going to bring a little energy into our hands, the arms, the shoulders a little bit. So we're going to flutter the arms up. Now I have my hands at angles here. Bring energy into those wrists, those hands, into the fingers. Now maybe you can bring it straight out. Notice if you have any limitations. I do a little bit. Then let's turn it a little bit. Turn it to the side. Over to the other side. Again. And once again. And then once again at angles to the front. Very good. One more. Bring it back to the center. Notice if you're feeling any tingling, any sensation in the hands. Let's go ahead and clap the hands. Bring a little heat into those palms. Into the fingers, a little bit of circulation into the hands. Very good. From here, let's do some shoulder rolls. Let's alternate them. Again, you might be hearing a little snap, crackle, pop. And reverse. Next is the shoulder shrug, which also helps us to increase lymphatic flow in that collarbone area. So just kind of up and down, and then alternate it. This is a variation of the big 6, the shoulder shrugs, the shoulder shuffle, as I like to call that. All right, and release that. Let's cup the hands and swing the arms. Breathing in, breathing out. Now, if you can, touch the shoulders. And you're going at your own perfect pace. If you need to stand up to do some of these, just know you don't have to be in the chair this entire time. Again, a little lubrication of those elbows, the shoulders, and then make it smaller, smaller, and smaller. Let's do a little bit more for the shoulders. Let's kind of scooch over to one side. And you can even place a hand on your leg or on your shoulder and start with those arm stirs. Again, noticing your range of motion here. Again, there might be snap, crackle, pops going on here. I'm going to put my hand on the shoulder. I can feel it more if I put my hand on the shoulder. And then reverse. Go the other way. Very good. Again, you're noticing how easy or how challenging this might be. You'll compare left versus right in just a bit. And then make it smaller, smaller, and smaller. And bring it up. Again, you might be noticing some sensation going on here. I'm going to scoot over to the other side of my chair. My chair's kind of big here. Oh, it squeaks too. And start those arm stirs. This is actually one of the movements that they had me do when they put in my pacemaker, because we had to have our hand in a sling so that the leads that go into the heart would heal and stay in the heart. So they didn't want us to do any excessive movement with the arm that's in the sling. I was in there for about a week, week and a half. But then I lost my range of motion in my shoulder girdle. So arm stirs was one of the things they had us do. And reverse, go the other way. So when I started this Chair Tai Chi training, I was going, oh, that's cool, so cool. So, you know, one of the things I did in physical therapy, we do in Chair Tai Chi. And then make it smaller, smaller, and smaller. Very good. Come back to the center. Let's do a finishing breath. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. And bring down that energy back down to our heart center. So next is our blood pressure technique. So if you have high blood pressure, low blood pressure, this helps balance this because it activates different meridians in our body. So the heart meridian, which is the inside of the arm. And then we also have a pressure point in our palm that we activate with the blood pressure technique. So again, sit up nice and tall. You can do this standing or seated. And we're going to inhale, circle, sweep arms up. And then as our hands come together, we bring them down. There's a little heart that we make here. Bring them down the heart center, and then we bring the palms forward. We're going to place the thumb into the palm, fingers on top of the thumb, and then we inhale, elbows back, chest forward. Now on this next move, we turn the hands outward. So we just don't have hands out to the side. We turn it outward. Again, we're activating that heart meridian here. And then inhale up. And then exhale, bring it down the heart center. Once you're bringing it down, grab those thumbs. Then inhale, elbows back, chest forward. This is kind of like cat-cow here, okay? And then exhale, arms out to the side, turn them out. Very good. And again, inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Bring them down the heart center. As you exhale, grab those thumbs, elbows back, chest forward. Exhale, out to the side. One more time. Inhaling, up, 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 up. Exhale, bring it down. Grab those thumbs. Inhale, elbows back, chest forward. Exhale, out to the side. Let's finish with a finishing breath. Inhaling up. Exhale, bring down that energy. Beautiful. All right, let's do some stuff here for the lower part of the body. Let's do some knee strengtheners. We're going to kind of do some more stuff for that ankle flexibility and strengthening the ligaments, the stuff around our knees. So I'm going to scoot back in my chair. So this is where you do scoot back in your chair. And this is probably best done seated in the chair, okay? And we're going to be working both sides of the brain also. So we're going to bring a foot forward. So I'm showing you the bottom of my foot, and it feels weird on the chair. So I lift my legs sometimes. Toes towards you. You might be feeling this in your hip, the back of the knee. And then lower hover, that's the challenge, and then point the toes towards me. And then release. Now you may have to, readjust, get firm into your chair. Other side. Here we go. Bottom of the foot. I don't know if you can see the bottom of the foot because it's the same color as my clothes. Just imagine that's happening, okay? And then lower. Very good. And then point. Ooh, my foot popped on that one. And release. Now we're going to do the other side and add that little brain stuff to it. So we're going to flex the foot, flex the opposite hand. So opposite hand, working both hemispheres. Upper body, lower body, left and right. Lower hover. Okay. Point the toes, point the hand. Now we're going to do a little core thing here. We're going to do weird basketball bounces. So up and down with that hand. Notice your core needs to be activated when you do that. Woo! And release. Now, again, you do you. Do what's best for your body. If that felt uncomfortable, don't do the bounce. Other side. Flex the foot, flex the hand. Okay, we got that going on. Left, right, upper body, lower body. Lower hover, and then point the toes, point the fingers, contract that low belly, upper belly, and bounce that basketball. A weird basketball bounce. And release. Woo! All right, so now, one more, okay? Flex the foot, flex both palms. Okay, lower. Point the toe, point the fingers, alternate up and downs. Double basketballs, do them at the same time. And release. Did you hold your breath? Don't hold your breath. Other side. Flex the foot, flex those palms or wrists. I don't know, palms, I guess. And then lower hover. And then point the toe, point the fingers. Alternate up and downs here, little core activation. And then if you can, both at the same time. That feels weird. And release. Come scooting forward on your chair. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Bring down the chi. So today we're going to do the big six. It's the lymphatic drainage. Instead of the traditional Qigong detoxing techniques, we'll do it in the form of the big six. You can look this up, Dr. Perry Nicholson, if you want more data on this. So we're going to spread our hands like we do, like if we have Spock hands, right? And we're going to take fingers above and below the collarbone and stroke from the shoulder to the center of the body. So this is the low pressure part of our body. Now, you're not digging, you're just kind of stroking here. You can tap also. So if you tend to have swelling, edema in the body, this kind of helps clear the passageways, all right? You may notice lots of sinus drainage, maybe a little headache if you've not done this, if you have lots of inflammation. Let's do the other side. So here we go, stroke across. So this passes through 3 meridians, the lung meridian, the stomach meridian, and I can never remember the other one, gallbladder meridian. I'll have to look that up to make for sure I'm telling you the right things. And then tap, tap, tap. All right, so that was area number 1. So do these in this sequence, especially if you want to reduce inflammation. So again, take fingers in front of the ears and back of the ears and stroke down the side of the neck and then down the jawline. Now again, you're not like being vigorous here. It's a light sensation. I typically just do one side at a time because, you know, I'm working with that cartoid, so I don't want to like impede blood flow. Not that you're doing that, but, and then let's do the other side. So what some folks will do, they'll take the hand across and do instead of the same side. So you kind of figure out what feels okay for you. So we're increasing the cerebral spinal fluid flow, which is the waste in the brain, and that helps to also lessen dementia, because if you have a bit of brain fog and, you know, you've got all this stuff accumulating, the only time it gets released is when you have REM sleep. So if you tend to have bad sleep, not, you know, the best quality, so we can physically do something for getting all that waste that accumulates in our body out of the brain, the lymphatic stuff, with the movements here that we're doing in front and back of the ears, down the neck, down the jawline. Area number 3 is the armpit, but we kind of make a little right angle with our hand. You can just kind of press into the armpit. You got your thumb there, so you're kind of also stimulating a little bit of your pectoral muscle, or you can tap, you can rub, you can do a little fist there. So men and women that get breast cancer, this is the area they check to see your lymph nodes. Did it move into these areas? So we're just trying to get everything kind of cleared out. Yes, I'm making a little sound here. Let's do the other side. So again, you can just do a simple pressing and squeezing. That may be all you want to do. Maybe you want to do a light tapping. Maybe you want to get in there and rub or do a little fists. Very good. From here, you do about 5 to 10 of these movements in these different areas. Now I bring my feet out a little bit forward here, and I'm going to find here at the bottom of my ribs. That's where the diaphragm sits, is right kind of stuck up in there. Sometimes my challenge breathing, if I'll just kind of rub across that top part of the torso. So the torso, the stomach area, is considered to be the second brain of the heart. So you've heard of that brain-gut connection, right? Well, here we are working the lymphatic fluids to be a little bit flowing more through the body. Now you can also do a little slapping, do a little chopping, or you can do like up and down, you know, whatever feels okay for you, all right? Just kind of get this moving a little bit. All right, so the next area is where the leg inserts into the torso. We've got this abdominal crease, also known in Tai Chi as the qua. So I take the sides of my hands, since I'm sitting, and I just kind of chop the qua. Now if I were standing, maybe I'd stroke across, but you know, I'm sitting, so I'm going to chop the qua. I'm a little bit more vigorous on the chopping of the qua. Again, they check this area if you have uterine, ovarian, prostate cancer. Did this area, which has a lot of lymph node nests, is the cancer into these areas? So we're clearing the pipes, so to speak. You tend to have swelling, edema in the feet, the ankles, the lower legs. You have lymph node nests back behind the knee. So you got to work back behind the knee before you work the feet area, okay? But you need to do 1 through 6 to make it even more effective. So you can just stroke back behind there. You can do light little chops. If you've got those Baker cysts, you need to be a little bit more tender, a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Not so vigorous, yeah? Now with that thumb that's on the side, you're also stimulating the gallbladder meridian. Very good. Let's come up, sit up nice and tall, clap the hands. Let's go ahead and rub the shins, the calves, the side of the legs, the inside of the legs, the tops, the underneaths. Clap the hands once again. Little heat here, and get those knees. Woo! Now, since today is Chair Tai Chi Ball Qigong, we're kind of changing up what we do, and then do fingertips to stimulate those acupressure places in our knees. And to end it all, let's do tap, tap, taps on the outside. That's the gallbladder. I'm kind of hinged forward here while I do this. And then the inside is the stomach. So for me, that's a little spicy. So I tend to have some gut issues, so that makes sense to me. All right, so if you have a ball, grab it. If you don't, we're going to do air ball. But we're going to do what's called a tornado. So this is a core challenge. So from here, imagine, you have your hands here, your yoga block, your ball, and you start drawing a circle forward and back. So my feet are a little bit wide here. I'm at the edge of my chair. So I'm shifting my weight from one bun to the other, basically. You may feel a little core challenge. Now, I try not to have my arms like locked when I bring it out. I have a little bend in my elbows. You really can't see that with the black clothes, can you? And then we bring it on up. So here in South Texas, we're used to tornadoes, hurricanes, so this is kind of like, one of our postures. Now, if you can, bring it up here way above the hairline and go back behind you. Hello, core. Woo! You can go a little bit slower if you need to. We'll use the same movement when we do dragon spins, the Tai Chi, stars around the world. Let's do one more. And then let's pause awkwardly and go the other way. Again, these movement practices are to help you to have better health. There's been several studies from the Harvard Health that have noted about how Tai Chi helps you with all those different items that I mentioned earlier in the class. And let's bring it down. Improve flexibility, better balance, bring it on down. And then make it smaller, smaller, and smaller. Very good. From here, inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Bring down the chi. From here, we're going to do what's called the yang path and the yin path. The yang path is an energizing path. So we basically have it here at chest level, which is our middle dantian. So we have a lower, upper, and one here in between the eyebrows, the upper dantian. A little bit different than what we do in yoga. They talk about chakras or energy spindles in yoga. And we're basically going to bring it forward, down, and up. So I have my knees a little bit apart here. So again, try to have a little bend in the elbows. Now, if you have spicy shoulders, you may need to do this a little bit slower, a little bit less. Very good. Then from here, we're going to turn our torso towards one side. It's called turning from the qua, and then bring it out to the side. So when we're doing, and I try not to have my knees drop in, okay? When we're doing this, we're stimulating those internal organs, the liver, the kidneys, the pancreas, the spleen, the gallbladder, and bring it back to the center. You may notice that you're stimulating the little intestine, the large intestine. Air might be happening, as in like burping and other air things. That's all I'm going to say. Turn it over to the other side. Ooh, notice if one feels a little bit more spicy than the other, especially that side musculature, right? Very good. Bring it back to the center. So this is the yang path, the fire, the energy path. Let's do one more. All the way out, bring it up. Now we're going to switch it to where we bring it down and towards us. This is called the yin path, or the E-U-M, the path. It's thought to be refreshing, restorative, calming for the body. All right, so from here, guess what? We're going to turn over to the side. Oftentimes I'll hit the ball on my leg and the ball goes shooting across the room. It didn't happen this time. So again, you're also massaging the ascending and descending colon. So one of the benefits of a Tai Chi practice might be you have a better bathroom experience. I'm just putting it out there, okay? Just notice if that happens to you. Bring it back to the center. Again, you may not be going as fast as I am, and that's okay. You can go at a slower pace. You do what you can do. And let's turn it over to the side, other side. Ooh, feels different. This feels different than when I was bringing the ball out and towards me. This is down and towards me. Bring it back to the center. And then make it smaller, smaller, and smaller. From here, inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Bring down that energy. All right, from here we're going to do what's called Dragon Spins the Tai Chi. But first, we'll have our hands together. And basically, you're just kind of going up and down, rotating with the wrists. You can do that with the ball. Now glue the inside of the arms to the ribs, and maybe you can twist a little bit. If looking side to side again increases vertigo, have your head look to the center and just do the movement with the body. So you kind of choose you. So this is great for the wrists, okay? Great for that mouse hand, that texting hands, I should say. All right, very good. So next is Dragon Spins the Tai Chi. It's this similar movement to what we just did. Seek the Pearl, this being the pearl. So the Dragon Spins the Tai Chi, you basically bring it across with your hand on top, and the hand that's underneath, it's an underhand, you draw it towards you. So you bring it out and towards you. This is, again, opportunities for massaging those internal organs. Keep doing that. I want to turn on my heart rate to see what my heart rate's doing. Because I feel it's like it's elevated a little bit here. I'll tell you what it is here in just a bit. And then bring it back to the center. Now we got to do the other side. So the other hand is on top. Bring it across, hand underneath, and towards you. Out and towards you. Again, maybe it feels a little bit more flexible because we did the yang and the yin path kind of as a preparatory for Dragon Spins the Tai Chi. The Tai Chi being the thing that's in between the hands. Very good. One more and back to the center. So we're going to add on to Dragon Spins the Tai Chi. So typically what we do in the sequence, we throw it out towards you, throw it out towards you, and then we spin it around back behind you, back to the side that you started. So it's called Stars Around the World. So again, increase mobility, range of motion. So here we go. Throw it out towards you, out towards you. Stars spin around, kind of like we did in Tornado. And let's do that again. Out towards you, out towards you. Spin it around. Woo! Again, out towards you, out towards you. Let's spin it around. Now, let's do the other side. Let's practice a little bit first. So hand on top, throw it out towards you, out towards you. A couple more, out towards you. Getting that muscle memory. Okay, you got it down. All right, so here we go. Out and towards you. One more, out towards you. Spin it around the other direction or the other side. So we're here on this one side. So here we go. Out towards you, out towards you. Spin it around. Very good. Again, out towards you, out towards you. Spin it around. Very good. One more time. Out towards you, out towards you. Spin it around. Guess what? Other side. Out towards you, out towards you. Spin it around. Switching sides. Out towards you, out towards you. Spin it around. We're changing it again. Spin it around. Spin it around. Again, one more time. Spin it around. And then actually one more time. Spin it around. Very good. Let's do that finishing breath. Inhale up. Bring down the chi. Beautiful. Place the object down on the floor. We're going to do a little bit more for the feet. So bring those inside of the ankles together. We're doing what's called the jitterbug. So basically twisting with the ankles together, side to side. You can take your upper body and twist. So that, again, this is for ankle mobility. increased brain work, a little dementia prevention going on here. And depending on what surface you're sitting on, maybe you're warming up your behind. I'm just going to put it out there. Now we're going to bring it back to the center. We're going to do the heels out, toes in. Feels kind of awkward. Now let's work them independently. So just kind of notice, okay, does the right one feel a little bit different than the left one? As you are heel toeing in, maybe tap the heels or the toes. And again, work it out. Bring it in. Woo! One more. All the way in. The shins should start to feel a little tired. And bring it in. Very good. Let's do that finishing breath. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Bring down the chi. Clap the hands. Let's get a little heat on those shins, those calves again, okay? Sides, the insides, the underneath, the on top. Very good. And once again, clap the hands. A little bit of heat here. Move it into the fingers for increased circulation. Okay, next is swallow flies to the nest. The swallow does not know directions, so we're going to help it today, okay? So we have a palm up, hand out to the side. We're going to inhale, bring the arm across. Exhale, arm out to the side. Now my feet are a little bit wide here because we're going to inhale up and over. This is one of our yoga moves we do. And then exhale, bring it out in front of you. And bring it back to the center. Now we're going to switch sides. Inhale, bring it across. Exhale out to the side. Inhaling up and over. And exhaling. Bring it back to the center. Let's do that again. Swallow flies east, breathe in. Swallow flies west, breathe out. Inhaling, swallow flies up and over. And lands in its nest. And again, other side. Swallow flies east, doesn't know directions. Swallow flies west, exhaling. Inhaling, swallow flies up and over and lands in its nest. If you want to grab the ball or the block, you can do this with the device. Otherwise, it's inhale, bring it across. Exhale out to the side. Inhaling up and over. And exhaling, landing in that nest. One more time. Inhale, bring it across. Exhale out to the side. Inhaling up and over. And exhale. Let's do that finishing breath. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Bring down that energy back down to your dantian. So the next one is the teacup exercise. And you can do this with a palm up. The objective is to keep the palm up. So we're always spilling our tea. You can do this also with your block, if you can grab it in your hand or your stuffed toy or your little ball here. So here, again, I'm at the edge of my chair and I'm going to inhale, elbow back behind me, hand or ball near my armpit. Turn the elbow out and bring the ball or the hand behind me. So hide your ball, hide your hand. Then whatever hand that ball is in, you take the opposite shoulder and lean out and bring that arm up. So you're going to do palm up. So the objective, kind of like we do a swirly thing like we did in tornado, we bring it low, activate that core. Again, palm up, oh my gosh, and bring it back to the center. Did you spill your tea? My hand kind of like turned to the side a little bit. If I had a little cup of tea, yes, I would be getting tea on me. All right, let's do it again, same side. Bring the elbow back, bring it out to the side, and then hide your hand, hide your ball, lean out, and palm up. So maybe you need to look at it when you bring it low and you lean back like we do in boat pose in yoga, and then bring it back around. Now some folks, when they do the teacup, they get really dramatic. They like dramatically bring it in. If you want to do that, that's okay. You can do that. But again, let's do that again. Lean forward, ball to the armpit, hand to the armpit, hide the hand, hide the ball, lean out, palm up. Here we go, belly button tight. And swirl it up and around and bring it back around. Woo! I'm going to try it without the ball this time. So bring it back behind you or to your armpit and the elbow out, hide your hand, lean out, palm up. Okay, keep that palm up again. Ooh, oh my goodness, maybe some grunting going on. And bring it back around. Clap your hands, stomp your feet, wiggle your legs, shake your hands. We're doing that to lose the muscle memory because we're going to do the other side now. So we got one thing we do on one side, we do it on the other. So let's start with that palm up. Again, you can have the ball in your hand or not, and bring your elbow back. Feel that little squeeze of the armpit when that happens. Elbow out to the side, and then hide your hand, hide your ball. And we're going to lean forward when we do this. Lean out to the side, bring that palm up. Notice if it's different. Feels difficult one side versus the other, okay? Grab your belly button towards your spine and then start that spirally kind of movement. Bring it back around. I was kind of like, ooh, kind of grunting there a little bit. Let's do that again. I'm going to use the ball this time. Bring your hand back, elbow out, hide your hand, hide your ball, lean out. Okay, palm up. Here we go. Draw that low and high circle. Woo! Hello, core. Bring it back. Takes a bit to get this. If you're thinking, I'm not understanding that, that's okay. It's a practice, not a perfect, okay? Tai Chi is all about getting the practice in. So bring it back behind you, hinge forward, elbow out to the side. This is last time. Hide your hand, hide your ball, lean out, pop your hand out. Okay, palm up. Watch it as you do palm up, maybe. And then bring it around. Beautiful. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Bring down that chi. Very good. We're going to do one more for the lungs. It's called Perry. So we're going to draw a circle in and the other circle in. So again, moving weight from one bun to the other. So that Chair Tai Chi Ball, Qigong, is one of the gratitude classes I taught for Veterans Yoga Project. You can find that on my YouTube channel if you want to do the practice. You probably know this is wax on, wax off. And then pause, and then wipe it out. I like to call this like I'm cleaning my coffee table with that dust rag. Why is it I make bigger circles as I wipe out compared to wiping in? I don't know why. Oh, I got a dirty window, so I got to clean the windows. So here we do horizontal or vertical. Vertical, yeah. This is the vertical plane. And notice what your shoulders are saying. Okay, you can do littler circles if you like. And then from here, pause and start wiping it in. So we're going to get into the lungs. A little bit of movement here is really getting us into the deep layers, lower layers of that lung. Make a fist and then start bringing the elbows across, little elbow digs. Burping might happen during this, okay? I'm just warning you. Two more. 2 and 1. And then start wiping it in back above those legs. A little bit more, a little bit more. Slow it down. Notice if you're feeling any sensation going on here. All right, that's the energy kind of flowing through your body. From here, bring your hands here at your chest. Bring your palms in front of you. So I'm trying to line up my fingers. I'm trying to draw little imaginary lines. Elbows down, relax the shoulders. We're going to inhale, open up the Tai Chi ball. Exhale, bring it in. It's like you're pulling taffy. You might feel more sensations going on. And again, inhale, drag it out. Exhale, draw it in. Again, draw it out, inhaling. And exhaling. Hold it here. Might feel a little tension building up here. With this, there's energy kind of going across this circle of our body here. And then from here, let's point the fingers down towards the earth. Feel that energy or that heavy hand, heavy finger sensation that might be happening. So it's not close to the body. It's kind of out a little bit, kind of like at a 45-degree angle or so. Notice what you notice here. Very good. What we're going to do is called smooth the energy egg. So the palms are facing each other now, but have the palms facing out and you're kind of flexing at that palms. We're going to inhale up. Turn the hands outward, exhale down. We're smoothing out that energy egg. Let's do that again. Inhaling up, up, up. Exhale, flex those wrists out. Let's do that again. Inhaling up. Exhaling out. Let's do the finishing breath 3 times. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Bring down from the heavens that energy back down to your dantian. Let's do that again. Inhaling, circle, sweep arms up. Exhale, bring it down the heart center. One more time. Inhaling up. Exhale, bring it down. Very good. So I'm going to come up to the front of the room. We're going to do a little bit of the energy work and then do our guided rest and relaxation. Let's do the guided rest and relaxation first, and then that energy work. So from here, I invite you to get comfortable in your chair, or maybe in the couch, or lying on the floor, whatever's best for you, or maybe standing. That's okay too. And your eyes can gaze forward, or you can, have a half gaze down towards the floor, or eyes closed. A lot of folks don't like the eyes closed, but you do you, okay? And all you have to do is listen to my voice. So just notice the sensations that might be kind of buzzing in the body at the moment. Maybe it's in the hands, the arms, the feet, the legs, the buttocks, the backside. Just notice what you notice. Or don't notice, yeah? And then from here, imagine there's this little imaginary hole here at the top of the head, the crown of the head. And as you breathe in, we're bringing in that healing sunshine in through the body, and it's saturating every cell. It's going from the top of the head, down the neck, the shoulders, the torso, the belly, the hips, the legs, the knees, the shins, all the way down to the tips of the toes, saturating every cell of your body with that healing brightness. Now maybe you have an area that is a challenge to you today. Let's imagine that, again, you're breathing in that healing sunshine, and maybe you can direct it to that area. Just permeate it, just saturate it with that healing sunshine. Good, good. From here to together, let's do what's called the elongated breath. And that's to help to lower your blood pressure, lower your heart rate. What I will do is I will clap my hands to a count of 4. As we breathe in, we'll pause, and then slowly breathe out to a count of 5 and pause. And again, if this breath pattern doesn't resonate with you, just breathe, all right? So together, let's breathe in, pausing, and then slowly exhale. Pause at the bottom of the breath. Again, breathe in, and slowly, slowly exhale. One more time. Breathe in, belly big. Slowly, slowly exhale. Beautiful. I invite you to put a little movement in your body. Maybe shoulder shrugs. Open those eyes, wiggle those fingers, move away from the back of the chair, shake those legs, stomp those feet. Again, little shoulder shrugs here. And then I invite you to take the sides of the hands. We're going to tap, tap, tap. So that's for lessening headaches, vertigo. Let me look at my list here. Yeah, headaches and vertigo, the pinky sides. So again, this is a specific meridian. Now you're not whapping, you're just tapping, okay? Then the next is the interwebs of the thumbs. So you may have had people go in and like pinch in there to help you with like maybe digestive disorders. So kind of tap, tap, tap in there. Again, it's for digestive disorders, nausea. And you typically take your hands into each other like a certain way. So again, we're doing a little bit of brain work when we do this too, because then we're going to pause and flip it. Ooh, go the other way. I'm always like, my brain's going, what? Wait. That's not your normal way of holding your hands. Well, okay. Do I normally do this? Only in Tai Chi. All right, so the next one is pain or numbness in the limbs. So it's an interwebbing of the fingers. So interlace the fingers and tap, tap, tap. Now, if you've got rings, you're being mindful of this, that you're not, ring to ring or making a bunch of noise. Our bracelets aren't making noises today, but typically they would. Pain or numbness in the limbs. Now pause, wiggle the top finger, and then switch the other finger to be on top. That's going to feel weird. Tap, tap, tap. Or okay, it feels weird to me. Let me just put it out there. Next is the pulse points at the wrist. So that's for the heart and cardiovascular issues. So here at the little pulse points, you can do this way, but I like to go kind of up and down here. And then flip it. We get a little extra time to do this when we, kind of do the up and down version of this. Again, that's for heart and cardiovascular issues. All right, now we cup the hand. Kind of like when we swung the arms, we had a cupped hand. So we're going to cup and tap on the back of the hand. Now, if you've got rings, you're going to curve it a little bit. So that's for osteoarthritis, back pain. So again, gentle tap. Going to make those veins kind of pop out a little bit. Let's do the other one. Again, cup. I've got a ring on this side. I'm going to curve it a little bit more. Osteoarthritis, back pain. Now I'm going to move my bracelets a little bit because we're going to go to the back of the wrist. So the back of the wrist is for neck and shoulder pains. So again, it's a cuppy hand. Let's do the other side. I got my watch there, so I'm going to be more on the back of the hand than the wrist. For lessening insomnia, we tap lightly in the elbow pits. If we can have an armpit, we can have an elbow pit, right? But sometimes I get a little vigorous on this. I'm like tapping a little too hard. Then make a fist into the palm. So this is lessening your stress, improving clarity and consciousness. Also, you're noticing your strength, okay? And I'm a little bit vigorous on this one. Other side. Again, notice what you notice. Is one more strong than the other? Very good. Clap the hands. Get some circulation going on there. Very good. Let's go back to one of the postures we did earlier, the Atlas point rotation. So again, take your nose, draw your circle. Notice what you notice. Does it feel any different than the beginning of the class? Is there still that same amount of noise? Does it feel like you have a greater range of motion going on? Is it the same? Is it worse? I feel less sound. And I definitely am making a bigger circle. So that's what I notice for me in my body. And then pause and go the other way. Again, eyes to the center if this makes you dizzy, because sometimes this can invoke vertigo. We don't want that, okay? One more time all the way around. And come back to the center. Let's do one more of our postures, the swimming dragon, hands to the heart center. So breathe in, belly big. As you exhale, contract that belly. Push hands one direction. Turn the head the other direction. Are you turning more? Maybe. Stay here. Breathe in. Exhale back to the center. Staying here. Inhaling. Push the hands the other direction. Turn the head the other direction. Ooh. Notice what you notice. Stay here. Breathe in. Exhale back to the center. Very good. Now we're going to do our gratitude practice. So you can either do hands stacked or hands together. What I like to do is place them here in my heart. And just in gratitude of you showing up, let's drop our chin towards our chest. And let's think about one thing that we're grateful for, or an idea of gratitude maybe. And y'all, I really appreciate your dedication, your determination, your discipline, and your responsibility for signing up for a class, for coming to class, or maybe watching a video recording later for your practice. So thank you so much. And then we'll end our class as we started. We're going to bring our head back to heart center, and we'll do that right fist, that's the sun, and that flat left palm, that's the moon. And then we bow down to one another to end our Chair Tai Chi Ball Qigong class. Now what I'm going to do